Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Give me a second, I'm trying to select the appropriate weapon. Watch who you stepping, them snakes all around, you know they connected. When I was a kid, my grandmama told me I can't go to heaven, so I stopped praying and asking for blessings and started preparing for my Armageddon. Got nothing to lose, I'm all in. Walking the edge, don't fall in. Enough of the lies, don't apologize, I don't understand. Are you foreign? This is the place, this is the site. Grab all your people and log in. I'm waiting, don't care how long it's gonna take.
What up? What up? You know what's up? It's live with Back in Action, baby. 3rd and 3 podcast, just weeks away from the regular season as the NFL kicks off 3rd and 3 style. As me and my partners over here are going to be calling the Thursday night game to open up the season, Rams versus Bills. Ooh, it's going to be a lot of fun, a wild season. We're going to do a lot of this stuff, man, because we are obviously pioneers in what we do. And here are my broadcasting partners, my co-hosts, my everything, my family, my brother and sister. First, I'm actually going to introduce Damian today. We're going to go with the young man first. D, what's going on, my brother? How are we feeling?
Hey, what's going on? Can you see me?
Can you see me? Can you don't? Oh, yeah, we see you. Oh, and now and everybody watching sees that little name over there that he changed.
Yeah, we're good over here.
He has officially changed his name to Eli Manning is not a Hall of Famer.
I just feel like we have to tell the truth at the beginning of the podcast, so that's why I came out with that name to make sure that the truth is told when we start. But no, I always like to mess with my sister Nikki. But I'm glad that we're doing this show, man. Sorry that we're starting a few minutes late, but better late than never. So I'm so glad to be starting the podcast and getting this out today with our therapy is what we call it. Talking football Wednesday nights.
That's right. It is a therapy. And sometimes therapy does consist of what Courtney Harding is saying. It's starting with Nikki already. Yep, a little bit. Try to get her riled up now.
This is a record. It actually started before we hit broadcast live.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Already got her fired up. But Nikki's got, she's fired up. She's got things to talk about. She's got news to break. And I can't wait to hear what it is because I'm left in the dark on this one, girl. What's happening?
All right. So my big news is, I don't know if any of you are aware, but there is a reality show called The Trenches, and it is about fantasy football. And I will be a cast member of season 1. So it will be streaming right now on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. But there are networks looking at it that may pick it up. And I do have a teammate, and that is the fabulous Miss Gladys Tyler. So we will be competing together. We are playing for charity, and we are playing for prize money. So we start filming next Tuesday, and new episodes will drop on Thursday.
Holy freaking Moses. Nikki, what is going on over here? You have really blown up. This is crazy. That didn't even happen.
In the trenches every Tuesday, and then you guys can watch it on Thursday.
Wow.
Yeah, I cannot wait, man. That is absolutely awesome. I know you'll kill it. And this is combining your two favorite things ever, right? You get fantasy football, you get reality TV. So this is definitely right there in your wheelhouse. I can't wait to see. I know you're going to blow it out of the water.
Yes, let me tell you, Gladys and I filmed our intros yesterday, and it is very much like very Real Housewives-ish, right? You do a million takes, and you guys know that I just fly out of the, and they were like, oh, this is great. We can use this as a soundbite, and we can use that as a soundbite. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. So I don't know how I will be edited, America, but we'll see.
Wow.
So can you give us a tagline? Do you have a tagline?
I didn't come up with my tagline yet, but they did give me a persona, and I am the diva. So it will say like Nikki Kiss.
Is that not perfect or what? She's the diva. Have we been calling it that for 2.5 years? They know.
You have. So that's why it's fitting. And I am actually playing for the Leonard Marshall Foundation, which is through Giants Rush as well, which of course helps women and faculty stay safe on campus. And there will be a link up so that people can donate to our chosen charity. And Gladys will be playing for the the animal shelter there in Denver, Colorado.
Absolutely awesome. Freaking well done. Well done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I just wanted to at least hear a 3rd and 3 shout out somewhere in there in one of these episodes.
Of course, we get to promote everything. So 3rd and 3, Giants Rush, Channel Side Bet. Of course, like we get to promote everything. So, and the thing is, they're going to throw challenges at us every week, and we don't know what it is. So, but Gladys and I, we're going to take everybody down.
Oh, I have no doubt about it. I mean, obviously, runner up last year in like the League of Leagues and the Real Deal League. Damn, Nikki. Honestly, I am extremely proud of you, and I'm really happy. I did not know that's what you were going to say at all. That is freaking great. That is amazing stuff. Wow.
Yes. Very cool. Very cool.
Don't forget where you came from. I'm here every Wednesday. I'm here. This is home base, and it goes on Tuesday. And listen, the stipulation was I couldn't do it unless I had a teammate, because you do have to commit to 20 weeks and, you got to sign a contract. And they said, oh, no. Not everybody gets a teammate, but I was able to get one. So, and I just thought of Gladys. I said, how great. We're coming off Courtney's podcast, right? And actually shout out to Courtney for bringing us together. And she was the first person I thought of. So, and she was like, yeah, absolutely. Wow. Absolutely perfect. Yep. Courtney, all over that. My father giving you props. You go, girl, everything.
Oh,
man.
Thank you. So, also there's voting for fan favorites. And if you do not vote for me and Gladys, don't ever talk to me again. Vote.
That's it. Yeah. And you'll have the younger and the older brother to answer to for that one. No doubt. That is freaking excellent. Wow. Way to go.
Yeah. Thank you.
Whew, that's beautiful. Well, I don't know how the hell we're going to follow that up, but we're going to try to have a show now. Nearly impossible to do after what we just heard, but we'll go for it. All right, guys. I am Jason Fearman. I am the Sports Prophet. And this 3rd and 3 podcast is always presented by the Sports Column. Frankie Fear, what up, baby? We love you. Brought to you by Reebok, and the Reebok deal of the week. Got a couple of things for you. Reebok Rewind Run shoes for just $39.99. So use the code REWIND at checkout, 3rd3podcast.com. Go there. We will hook you up. Or another way to get your discounts is step out into a prehistoric future. Doesn't even make any sense. But yeah, step in there anyway. A prehistoric future in Reebok's latest collaboration with Jurassic World. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Bet the kiddies are going to love them shoes. Nikki, I am on an all-time high right now, and I am on no drugs whatsoever, so I love it. I feel great. This is great. Absolutely wonderful.
Are you feeling combative, or are you like feeling?
No. There was no way I'm starting with you. Look, I'm here. You're here. I'm not messing with you anymore. That's it. I've learned my place now.
You guys should do season 2. They are going to do a season 2.
We're not. Listen, the problem is we're not as smart, intellectual, and nearly not as good looking as you are, obviously. So what the hell would they want us on the thing for?
I don't think you have to be like, not that you guys aren't, but you don't
have to be good looking. They got makeup. Oh man. Well, on that note, then let's keep the good times going with Nikki over here, and the good things I'm hearing at a Giants camp about Kadarius Toney. I know you know more about this, but I wasn't going to start there. But since we're on a happy note, let's keep going with it. Do you think that he's going to break out this season, Nikki? I mean, you're hearing a lot of good things.
Yes, if he can get his chemistry right with Daniel Jones, which is getting better every week. So I do see the potential there. But I think the breakout's going to come from Wan'Dale Robinson if I had to pick.
Ooh, look at you. You see, that's why she's on the show, boys and girls. That's exactly what's up right there. Probably 75% of you don't even know that guy's name. So that's what's up. I like that. D, what have you been hearing? You hearing anything good about this kid? Like, you're going to draft him in fantasy in like the 16th round or something?
I don't know. All my Giants news comes from Nikki. So
I don't know.
You got to be careful.
If I hear
with
anything
that
from Nikki, then I'll keep going forward with that. But now, Kadarius Toney is definitely very talented. His change of direction, speed, quickness. He has all the tools. So, like she said, he's got to get a connection with him to be able to, go forward with that. So if he gets that connection with the quarterback, he can definitely do some things because the talent is definitely there for sure.
Totally.
He just doesn't have as much chemistry with Daniel Jones yet. So Jones, like, they're getting there. He was just throwing like a little too high for him, but I mean, they're working on it. But Wan'Dale Robinson, if you were going to draft one of the two, that would be the one I would draft because, and he's not going to be like your week 1, 2, 3, 4 starter, but I do think it's going to be, 6, 7, 8, like where he's really going to start asserting himself because, you can't really rely on the Giants wide receivers, right? They're talented, but they're inconsistent. And I don't even know what's going on with Kenny Golladay. So if I was to take one, it would be Wan'Dale Robinson over Tony.
You think that she's messing with us, D, right now, saying, yeah, go after this guy because I'm really going to take – you know, like, yeah, I think the reverse psychology is going. I see it. I see you over there. Mike Patton's saying real quick that Tony better be used correctly this year, like the same way that they use Debo. Is that a possibility?
Well, we hope so, right? Like, I really, really hope that he is used correctly. But, you know, this team just loves to get injured every time I turn around. So,
yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, me and Mike know all about preseason injuries. Danny Dimes throwing pennies already. Uh-oh, he's coming at you. All right, can't let that happen. All right. We do need to send our prayers and condolences to the Dawson family. I know that he is, you know, obviously an older player, died, unfortunately, age of 87. That would be Chiefs Hall of Fame quarterback Len Dawson. Passed away at the age of 87 on this day, August 24th. And I just have to share that 4 years ago on this exact day, I lost my grandmother, who was like, I mean, not, you know, my mother is the most amazing mother in the world. Don't get me wrong. But as far as a grandma, you just can't get any better. Me and her were like so tight. So it's one of them rough days for me, but I'm glad I had the therapy session over here to go along with it. So just found the irony over there. But moving past it before I start crying, the Chargers, one of their new prizes on defense is going to be hurt for a little bit, and that's not good. J.C. Jackson out with ankle surgery. So we could be missing a month, D, and that's not the way you want to start when you're in this division.
Yeah, that's huge. You talk about this division with all the weapons, with the good quarterbacks. You need those good cornerbacks to debate that or to go against that for sure. And it's something that the Chargers just feels like they just have bad luck. Anytime you think they're going to take that step forward, something like this happens. So hopefully he's back and he's 100% soon. You hate to see it, but man, this is going to hurt them for that first month for sure.
It is. There's no doubt. And I mean, every game is going to count, Nikki, especially in this division. And we're not saying that J.C. Jackson makes the entire defense. They have other players, and, you know, they want to hope that obviously Joey Bosa is going to stay healthy this year and they get a full year out of Khalil Mack, and Derwin James can play at least 15, 16 games this season. So, yeah, it's going to hurt because, you know, they need him. They need that shutdown corner over there. We know that this division, they can throw the football.
Yeah, no, that is going to hurt them. And he's one of the reasons why I was so high on them. Not that I'm not still, but that's a huge loss. You can't, there's no way around it. It's a huge loss for them.
Yeah, it really is a huge loss. Again, that division is huge. I'm trying to see if I can get their first few games coming up, the first 4 games they have. They start with, let me see, we got the Raiders. Okay, so that's a tough one. They're going to be airing it out. Then they got the Chiefs the second week. Then they play the Jaguars and then the Texans. So maybe they can pull out a 2-2 over there. Yeah, maybe at best, right? So, yeah, it's going to be a little tough start for them over there without a doubt with after J.C. Jackson. All right, moving on to another injured player. We talk about injured-riddled history, especially going back to last year with the Ravens. Gus Edwards, it's not J.K. Dobbins who just came off the PUP list, but Gus Edwards now is going to miss about 4, maybe even 5 games, Nikki. Again, lightning strikes the freaking Ravens running backfield. Not a good thing, especially when they are running the ball 50 times a game between him, Lamar, and J.K. Dobbins. Bad news to start off right there. Not a good thing.
No, it's not. Like it, I understand it. I feel bad for Ravens Nation because now they have to go through this again. But I feel it, right? The Giants, like we are just as cursed. It's like every year we are just losing players left and right. It's just you cannot even get to week 1 healthy. And it's really annoying. It's really frustrating.
You know what? They should just do away with the whole freaking preseason and practicing altogether. Just no pads until game 1. This way we can lessen the injuries. I think that it's getting too crazy at this point. And Mike making the point, D, before I go over to you with GSC stands for just cooking on the break right now. He's funny, Mike. He's got these funny things that he puts up. He's hysterical. He's smart, witty. Pat's going to leave a rough first year away with the loss of Malcolm Butler. Yeah, listen, bro. D, again, man, this is one where the Ravens, look, J.K. Dobbins, again, is a starter, and they run with Lamar Jackson, but you need Gus Edwards in there when you need that power style at the goal line, get yourself a yard, give J.K. Dobbins a break, whatever it is. This will hurt them in the first 4 or 5 games of the year.
Yeah, it definitely will. I think that they have done a good job with that system where they could plug running backs in. I always make the joke that last year they had all the stay-at-home dads coming in and being productive at running back.
Yep.
So
people coming in with the AARP cards.
Yeah, exactly. He was coming in with the strap on their chest with the baby on it, putting it to the side before they went on the field. Like they did everything, but they were able to still be productive with those guys. So I think they'll be able to survive without Gus, especially if J.K. Dobbins is healthy. J.K. Dobbins is healthy and can be that bell cow back for you. You can find another back to fill in and be that change of pace guy for you, or the guy who goes in and gets it in at the goal line for you.
No doubt. And Mikey making a statement over here. And I'm going to say it already. Fire Greg Roman. I know a couple of people were on that. He was talking about that a few days ago. We were on the Power 32 podcast. It's not getting any better. And of course, we got Brent coming in here disliking the whole thing that's going on at the moment.
It's coming from a Ravens fan. I mean,
major dislike action. Yes, a true Ravens fan who does get pissed off extremely easily if Ravens talk is negative. So we try to keep that to a minimum on the show, at the very least. But the Ravens start out with the Jets. So okay, then they have the Dolphins, who I think is going to be a tough team. Then the Patriots. What you think of them, then the Bills and the Bengals. So it's really not that easy to start out with. And again, they're predicated on their running game mostly. We'll see how it goes. All right, next up in neighborhood news over here, Miles Sanders, another running back that got banged up, Miles Sanders. And I keep thinking that the Eagles, guys, I'm pretty high on the Eagles this year. I think they're going to do really well. How far they'll go, we'll see. But they need to get somebody in. Kenyon Drake just became a free agent, Damian. Do you think that he would be a good fit for them?
I could see that being a really good fit for sure.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind them making that move. Again, with running backs, it's a bad thing for running backs, but a good thing for teams that you can find running backs to fit into any system. They're out there. There's running backs right now on the couch on no team that can come in and be productive because there's so many talented running backs out there. Yep. So I think that they can go ahead and make that move for him or for another one that's out there that we're not even thinking about right now.
There are a few other ones out there, and Brent is saying watch this 2019 highlight reel, and it's crazy with Sanders. Shake my head, Courtney is right, and Nikki, I'll even throw a few more names out there and see what you think. But he would be the guy right now because he's a free agent. He's the only free agent running back that I'm aware of at the moment. But they could trade for possibly, I don't know, if the Bills want to move Singletary and go with the rookie James Cook, maybe Benny Snell from Pittsburgh. These are names I'm just coming off the top of my head that I had written down before the show. So Marlon Mack is a guy, I think, out of Indy who doesn't get used a lot. Obviously, they have Naheem Hines, so why not go with him? I mean, he can run the ball. Melvin Gordon from Denver, if you can make a trade there. Sony Michel is in Miami right now. They got a whole bunch of running backs.
Yeah, they don't need all those guys.
They do. Maybe one of those guys, probably not Raheem Mostert because they're not looking for, the injury-riddled, past few seasons that he's had, but Rashard Penny from Seattle, because I know they're going to go with Kenneth Walker. So there are a few guys out there that they can go ahead and get. Oh, yeah. Mack is in Houston. Thank you, Mike. You're right. Mack is in Houston. But they're going to go with Dameon Pierce for the most part.
Yeah, they are. I mean, that's your point is they have a lot of options. I mean, the Eagles, Drake would be a great pickup for them. They got to go after somebody, but it's just unfortunate. Like I saw that, like, oh God, another. You know what I mean? It's just we didn't even get to week 1 yet. But Mike's right. I mean, what do? You either have really shitty football for the first 4 weeks, or you have no preseason. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but it sucks.
I don't know what the answer is either. I do like the scrimmages that they have, team versus team, the inter-squad scrimmages. I really like that. I think that's a much better way to practice and set up, but. You get into a lot of fights, and look, things do happen. Whether you're wearing pads or not, it does happen. So I don't know what the right answer is, but it is a killer watching all these guys go down before the season even starts. So that's rough. Anyway, we'll see what the Eagles do. I think they're going to have to do something over there. Maybe even Khalil Herbert from the Bears. I don't know how much they're planning on using him with Montgomery. He could be another guy. So, and even I think Mike mentioned Madison, the backup for the Vikings, but I think they value him too much because Dalvin Cook gets hurt so much. But otherwise, that would be a good idea as well. All right, let me see. Anything else for neighborhood news? No, not really. But I had a couple other ones that I wanted to go over with you guys real quick before we get into the meat and potatoes. I have 6 players that I'm going to ask you if they're overrated or underrated. So, Nikki, can I start with you?
Sure.
All right. How about Derek Carr? Is he overrated or underrated?
Underrated. Criminally underrated. I say this all the time. He is criminally underrated. Listen, you guys cannot sit here and say Dak is all this and he's the greatest when their stats are so freaking close. So he is criminally underrated.
Derek Carr, he's got very similar stats to Matthew Stafford, and we're just talking about stats-wise in his first, 7, 8 years, whatever it's been. But I would tend to agree with her, D. I would say, if anything, he'd be on the underrated side because he constantly gets left out of the top 10, and he just may fit in there somewhere.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Underrated. Like you said, he gets left out of that because of the lack of winning he's done during his career. They've only made the playoffs twice, and he only got to play in the playoffs once. So you just don't think about him when it comes to those top end quarterbacks, because most of those top end quarterbacks have been in the postseason outside of course, Justin Herbert. So when you think about Carr, he gets left out. So I would agree, underrated.
Yeah. All right. So Courtney says he's just outside the top 10, but he agrees that Carr is very underrated. And I agree. And just to back that up a little bit with his stats real quick, guys, last year, 4,800 yards, 23 touchdowns, 14 picks. I don't like that ratio so much, but a lot of yards right there. The year before, 4,100 yards, 27 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Year before that, again, over 4,000, 21-8, 4,000 the year before that, 19-10. So he's got to get them interceptions a little bit better, which he did in 2020 and 2019. So, yeah, I'm with you on Derek Carr. I do think that he's underrated.
I wonder if his red zone stats are the best, right? Because the touchdowns aren't the highest. So I wonder if in the red zone, if he's struggling there, or if prior it was because he wasn't going down the field. Well, he fixed that last year. Mm-hmm. Last year he was going down the field for sure. So now I wonder if in the red zone, are they getting more running touchdowns than passing ones? Because if his touchdowns were higher, he'd definitely be more in the conversation for sure.
That makes a heck of a lot of sense. That's a really good call and something I'm going to look at a lot closer this year, because you would think that him and Waller would have connections in the end zone more often. But, yeah, maybe they are running the ball, down there a little bit. Okay. All right. Nikki, how about Amari Cooper? Overrated or underrated?
Oh, my God, I forgot about him. Appropriately rated, I think. I think he's appropriately rated.
Appropriately rated? Okay. Appropriately. D, what do you think about that?
Oh, man. I would say overrated, because I see a lot of lists that have him as like 9, 10. Mm-hmm. When I can definitely see him being more 11 to 15 range as far as wide receivers. Some people putting him ahead of like even a rookie and Jamar Chase, who, not a second-year player, putting him ahead of guys like that when they're so much more explosive and getting more yards on less catches. I just don't understand it. Amari Cooper definitely is talented, very good route runner, and it's going to be interesting to see what he does this year with Jacoby Brissett for the first 11 games. But I'm going to say slightly overrated.
Yeah, just because Justin Jefferson's only in his third year in the league, I'm not going to say that he ain't better than Amari Cooper. I mean, let's get real. He is. Yeah. So I don't care about the age. I don't care about nothing. And yes, Amari Cooper is Mr. Inconsistent. So I would agree he is overrated. Let's move to a running back over here. And I asked this question in kind of a fantasy aspect as well, because I see where this guy is going, and it does make me scratch my head a little bit. Nick Chubb.
I don't know. I think he's a little underrated.
I agree. I think he's
not by much, but a little bit. I'm surprised at where he is going in fantasy. So yeah, he's a little.
That's what I'm saying, and a lot of people are saying, especially Cleveland Brown fans like LA Broadus, he's saying D, that Kareem Hunt is going to get more of the goal line carries, which I find kind of interesting. I know he's extremely powerful, don't get me wrong, but so was Nick Chubb, and he's fast. He can do all of it. So I find Nick Chubb to be a little bit underrated. I mean, Mikey's saying Chubb is, where he is. Honestly, he's, ranked where he's at. But I don't know. I feel like he's better, and he's very explosive. And he's also one of those guys like Derrick Henry who gets better as the game goes on.
Yeah, I like Nick Chubb a lot. I think that fantasy-wise, so where has he been going fantasy-wise? Are people draft to the second round?
I mean, usually second round. Yeah, and sometimes late into the second round.
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely too late. He should be a first round pick. I agree, because he's been so productive. Like you said, he always has a chance to explode. It could be just one play in that game. If he's going bad and you're seeing, oh man, he's been stagnant all day, and then boom, he goes out. So that aspect is very important fantasy wise, and of course in real life, because if you have a guy who could just explode for a big run anytime, you always want that. That's the same thing with like a Saquon Barkley, right? When he's healthy, okay, he might only have 30 yards right now, but we might mess around and change the game, come back to it, and now he's got 102 based on just one play. So when you have guys like that, I always make sure those guys are highly rated. So I think Nick Chubb is a little bit underrated.
I agree. We're agreeing on that so far. And another aspect, he reminds me of Jonathan Taylor, where, he's going to get 3-4 yards here, 5 yards here, and then he's going to bust one for 70 yards. So I hear you. Mike is saying that Chubb does get hurt. So, okay, you can factor that in. And Courtney's saying that Chubb is underrated. So he agrees with us. In some fancy mock drafts, he's dropping his late into the second round. Yeah, I think that's kind of late. Right, Nick?
Yeah, no, that is. It is surprising.
Well, I guess maybe we're giving a little bit too late for the real deal fantasy thing over here. But, all right, let's go on defense where we're not going to be drafting players. I got 3 guys. We're going to run through them, and then we're going to do our NFC awards, which would be a lot of fun. I can't wait to hear what you guys got. I think, and I'll just start this one, I think Chandler Jones is completely overrated. Don't get me wrong. Him going to the Oakland Raiders is a nice thing to have him on the other side of Max Crosby, but people are very hung up on that 5-sack game that he had to start last year. And then obviously it fell off. And you can say that he was kind of alone in the defensive line a little bit, so I can understand arguments here and there. But I think Chandler Jones gets a little bit too much praise. I'd like to see how old he is. I'm curious on his age real quick. I'll find that out. But I don't know, Nikki. I feel like he is – I feel like he's overrated. And I hate to say it because he is a good player, but I feel like he gets too much praise. That's my thoughts.
No, I wouldn't say he's overrated. No, I wouldn't go that far.
All right. Okay. So Chandler Jones not overrated in your mind, and again, changing teams. What about you? What do you think, then?
Yeah, I'm gonna say properly rated because people are not thinking people are not going to think that he's going to come in and be the number 1 sack guy on that team. They're looking at the other side, right? They're looking at the defensive end to be the main guy, and the reason they think he's going to have a good year is that he's no longer looked at as the best defensive lineman on the team. So I think he's properly rated as the second best defensive lineman on that team and someone who's going to thrive being a guy who's number 2 now.
Well, that makes sense. He's better off at a number 2. And again, age is not everything. He is 32. So that's a little bit older. Obviously, you're a defensive end. Maybe he's lost a step or something. So maybe that's where I go with it. I mean, last year he played in 14 games, started 13 of them, had 3 forced fumbles, 6 sacks last year. Not really so high on the tackles, but again, when you're playing that position, usually you're not going to get him in the backfield. So, all right. Chandler Jones, maybe I'm on the wrong side of that a little bit with you guys, but let me go to another one, and a guy who's been great for so long, but is he still great and on that same tier? And Nikki, I'm talking about Bobby Wagner, the newest member of the Rams linebacking corps.
No, he's still great.
Still great, still perfectly rated in your mind?
Perfectly rated, yes. No, he's still great. Yeah.
What do you think about Bobby Wagner? Do you think that he's lost a step? Do you think they're a little hyped about him in LA?
I didn't see any loss of a step last year. Now, of course, I wasn't watching all the Seattle Seahawks games last year. So maybe that's something that goes under the radar when you're on a team that's not as good. People who are great, tend to be able to skate under the radar a little bit. But he'll be in the spotlight this year for sure. So if he has lost a step, we will see it right away. We'll be calling the opening game.
That's right.
The opening night, and we'll see right away if he has lost a step. But I'm gonna say properly rated. What's underrated? The fact that the Rams got him. How did this happen?
I know.
Like, how did the Rams pick him up? I just don't understand how they are able to make some of these moves. The Saints are in that same boat, but the Rams seem like they do it and get big names.
Yeah.
I know. Hey, like Von Miller. I mean, that's kind of like the shadow that he's going to be living, if you want to call it a shadow. He's going to have to play as good or better than him. Mike says that, he's lost a step, but he's still he makes smart plays, keep it up, keep his head up where he's supposed to. And Courtney also agreeing over here, excuse me, with us. Yes, still makes plays. The guy does make plays, and I understand it. And I've seen him twice a year, every year for a long time now, and it drives me absolutely crazy. And he's been excellent, and he's been a total tackling machine. So I can understand where it's coming from. We'll see if he has indeed lost a step or two. But last year he played I'm sorry, do you go ahead?
No, the Rams, they have first ballot Hall of Famers on each level. It's nuts.
They do. That's not fair. That's not fair. But
it's really not fair.
We'll take him down. Last year he had 140 tackles, when you combine solo and assisted. I'm talking about Bobby Wagner now. He played in every game, had a few passes defended, didn't do anything really turnover-wise. I don't see any interceptions he had 3 interceptions last year. No fumble recoveries or forced fumbles, but again, he wasn't playing on the greatest team in the entire world. And Bobby Wagner, I agree, he's still got it. So I would say he's probably appropriately rated. The last one I'm going to go to, and then we're going to go NFC awards, is Denzel Ward. All right. So he just became the highest paid cornerback in the league. Damian, was it worth it? Or will it be worth it, I should say?
Oh, man. This one's tough because he's not the best corner, right?
Right.
So by his contract, he's overrated. But by reputation, I think he's properly rated. He's a very, very good cornerback, but he's not. I don't think, honestly, when we talk top 5, people bring his name up, but he's not like a definite guy. Like, he's not like Jalen Ramsey, Lattimore, the one in Philly. Like, normally those guys come up and they're like, boom, they're top 5. And then maybe you'll bring up Denzel Ward in there. So the fact that he's the highest paid, I wonder if cornerback is starting to get like quarterback, where it's just timing. It's just like, hey, I'm the guy now. I'm pretty good. Go ahead and give me the highest contract. So by his contract, he's overrated. But I think by the reputation, he's properly rated.
I think that's a really fair answer. I get that because Nicky, I think he's phenomenal on the field. There's no doubt he's one of those very few shutdown type corners, but he's getting paid more than some other guys, like I mentioned, Marshawn Lattimore, or Darius Slay, or Jalen Ramsey, whatever like that. So does that make sense to you? Are you in the same boat?
Yeah, no, I think Dee explained it perfectly. Yeah. I think a lot of people probably feel that way. But yeah, it looks like corner is turning into that, right? Just, hey, I'm in the right place at the right time. My contract is up, then pay me.
Yeah. Every position is. No, it's nuts. I mean, think about wide receiver this year. Now they're getting paid $27, $29 million. I mean, what the hell is happening? I mean, it's a good thing they make a lot of money. But yeah, it's enough of Mike Patton. He's apparently the doctor and the general because he's saying, can Ward stay healthy? He is all about the health right there, but that is extremely important, my man. So you're on it. You're on it. All right, you want to do some NFC awards? We did the AFC last week, and that was a lot of fun. Let's see who we come up with this one. You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Nikki, would you like to start off?
No.
Okay. Then you All right. Then D, that means you don't get a choice, man. It's ladies' choice. So you got to start off, bro. That's it. Who do you got for MVP of the NFC?
MVP of the NFC. Oh man, it pains me to say this, but I'm gonna go Tom Brady. I think Tom Brady will have another really good year. They're gonna be throwing the ball a lot. The offensive line, that could be a scary thing. Offensive line suffering a lot of injuries out there in Tampa Bay. But I can see them throwing the ball even more because of that, not being able to run the ball. So Tom Brady, I could see having another 5,000 yard a year, 35 touchdowns, only 6-7 interceptions. So I can see Tom Brady being the NFC MVP.
See, me and you right here, baby, right here. I got the same guy. I got Tom Brady, and for all the reasons you mentioned, that's why I had him as one of the fantasy gods coming up this year and everything like that with throwing the ball to all those receivers and whatnot. Yeah, I think that Tom Brady may have the best chance, and I can't believe it because he's 45 years old, and we're talking about him still being one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL and possibly winning the MVP outright. But for NFC, I do agree with him, Nikki. I'm going Tom Brady. Is it a trifecta?
It is a trifecta. You might as well just make it a trifecta. I mean, I won't mind watching him play another season, win another award. Yeah, that's fine.
You don't care where he plays. He can play in Miami. He can play with the Saints or Vegas. Apparently, he was going to play with a whole bunch of teams. Everybody had a deal for him.
Oh, yeah. So are we going to talk about that story?
We should we should spend a minute on that, right? I mean, how freaking ridiculous is that, D? I mean, first of all, where does Dana White even get the balls to come out to say something like that? It all starts with the Miami crap, and then it was like, oh, maybe he'll go to the Saints. He goes to what are your thoughts, bro? Because that threw me for a loop. I'm like, this guy's going crazy, just spilling it out there. Gronk and Brady to the Raiders, and Gruden says no.
The thing is, I can believe it. I definitely can believe it. The Gruden's, his track record, I can see him saying, hey, I'm sticking my guy Carr. He's younger. And which to some aspects makes sense because Carr is 30? So when you think about, Derek Carr and Tom Brady, you're thinking Tom Brady's going to eventually fall off the edge and Derek Carr is ascending. So I get it from that standpoint. But as far as that story, Dana White, this isn't a UFC fight. Why are you orchestrating NFL trade? What is going on here? So is it, and how does it benefit him? That's my question. Does he have stock in the Raiders? Does he have some type of ownership backdoor, some type of way that we don't know about? So there's more going on there because Dana White's obviously a very good businessman. He's making billions upon billions of dollars to the UFC and needs to pay his fighters more. But when it comes to this, obviously he's a businessman, so there's something going on there where he wanted Tom Brady and Gronk to be there, be in Vegas, and the money they're already going to make crazy money there in Vegas because every time your team plays there, it's like, oh, let's go to Vegas, let's go watch our team and spend 3 days in Vegas. They're the perfect spot for it. But if you bring Tom Brady to Vegas, man, the possibilities of what can happen. I wonder if Tom Brady maybe was going to be part of the UFC in some type of way, some type of ownership there. I think there's a lot of backdoor moves going on with that. And that's why he's still upset about it. There's probably a lot of money Dana White could have made from that. And was like, oh, really? You're not going to take him? And he had to go down to Tampa Bay. And you're right. There was rumors about the Saints as well, but Drew Brees wasn't ready to retire. So he definitely could end up in different places. But this story right here is just so wild to me. And I think it's rich people stuff that we don't know about. It's high level, high money stuff going on here that we don't know about.
Right. We don't live in that world. I know I don't live in that world. I have absolutely no idea whatsoever. And I don't know.
I might,
Nikki will one day. And just just let me borrow $5 when you get there. That's all I ask.
You don't even have to give it back. How about that?
You don't even have to pay back. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, how he leaked it, how he got involved. Does he own any stock in their stadium, Allegiant Stadium? I have no idea. But that is definitely a great question.
He had skin in the game, because why would you talk about it then, right? Yeah. Salty about something.
Yeah, according to Mike, he was on a bender when he told the story. He was on a bender. So Gruden probably didn't want it because he didn't want to give up control. Yeah. Well, what about the control you have now, moron? Yeah, really, what an idiot.
Yeah.
Wow. That guy said. Well, could spend another 3 hours on him, but forget about that. All right, so we all agree, Tom Brady, MVP, and I guess he's playing for Tampa again. And will it be his last year? Who the hell knows? Let's see what happens. No. Probably not, right?
No.
I went with somebody different for offensive, just to be different. And, I'll save mine. I'd like to hear what you guys got. D, what about you? You want to start it off? Offensive player of the year in the NFC.
Yes, so the offensive player of the year in the NFC, I think it's going to go ahead and call it a homer pick. Alvin Kamara is going to ball out this year. What do you mean? Come on. Alvin Kamara is about to ball out this year, all right? We got weapons around him. It's not all on him. The offensive line will be able to create more holes for him because it's not stacked boxes he's going against. And we all remember how good Alvin Kamara is when he doesn't have to carry the whole offense by himself. Alvin Kamara is an absolute monster. Absolute beast, man. So Alvin Kamara, offensive player of the year, 1,000 rushing yards, 1,000 receiving yards. Alvin Kamara.
Oh my gosh! Wow, you ain't
Oh my God. Okay.
I mean, he's been hit a lot. He's still relatively young. He's only 27 years old, I think, right, D? But the thing with him is, Mike Patton's. Wow, Mike, I got to talk to you about what you just said right there. You're reading my mind, man. And Alvin Kamara missing a few games is certainly possible, right? Or is he going to be suspended at all for breaking that guy's face? What's going to happen?
They said the punishment for the thing that happened in Vegas is most likely going to happen next year. So not worried about that. And
what a great judicial system we have. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. So Alvin Kamara last year missed 4 games, but prior to that has been very, very healthy during his career. And now last year he missed 4 games because, again, the whole offense was Alvin Kamara, and that was it. So this year, with less as far as the pressure being on him, oh, man, the passing game is going to be more open for him, more holes running the ball. I can see Alvin Kamara having a very, very, very good year.
All right, brother. Listen, you're going homer pick. I'm going homer pick too, but I believe it, and so does my man Mike Patton. Let me just put it up there for you right now. It's going to be Debo, baby. Debo. They're going to give him his props because he's going to be – whether it's running it, catching it, he's going to get in the end zone at least 15 times this year. That man is so dynamic. He does everything you want a football player to do, including throwing touchdowns. There's nothing he cannot do. He'll probably play defense this year. Who knows? So I'm going with Debo, man, because you know what? Legitimately, he can do everything. And if the 49ers are going to take off offensively, he's going to be the biggest reason why. So, Mike, I love it, bro. I'm with you all the way. I'm going Debo. Got to go Debo, Nikki. I would be shocked if you pick a Giants player, but in the realm of homer picks over here, let's see.
For offensive player of the year, no, I went Cooper Kupp because, of course, I have to rep my second favorite team, which They're like 2A. Like, I don't know how you do that. 2A. So that's
first
like
of all, Cincinnati should divorce you right now. Cincinnati should divorce you right now. Yep. You saying that the Rams are your second favorite team when you've been so big on Cincinnati. I would feel betrayed if I was a Bengals fan.
No doubt. See that? And the Colts now too.
2A or 2B, however you do that. But you guys know I am high on the Rams. So that is not.
We know you love Stafford. I'm surprised you haven't gotten a Stafford jersey. I need to see you here
on
air with a Stafford jersey. Like we gotta get you a Stafford jersey, a Jamar Chase jersey.
Oh.
We'll be fine there.
Yeah, I would love that. My birthday is next weekend, so I will accept jerseys from everybody. Just send me Stafford, Brady, Burrow, Chase. I'll wear
it. Yeah. There you go. Send them all. Happy birthday to you. Here's a whole bunch of jerseys from teams that aren't the Giants that you root for.
Yes.
Yep. Exactly. whatever Nikki wants, she gets. That's the bottom line. All right. Offensive player we just did. How about defensive player? D, you want me to shock you a little bit?
On 3. Oh, we don't all have the same one? Okay.
No,
we don't. I guarantee you don't.
So I think me and Nikki probably got the same one if Nikki's trying to do a countdown.
Yeah, you all got the same one. So you can do your countdown in a second. But I'm going to tell you right now, with the passing game and how much they feel in cornerbacks lately, Marshawn Lattimore. How do you like that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, Marshawn Lattimore is definitely capable of that. I think he's the second best corner in the league, in my opinion, behind, of course, Jalen Ramsey. So I definitely can see that. And if you want to go deep into the stats, Marshawn Lattimore has led the league the past 5 years in passes deflected. So not only is he good at shutting down, but if the ball comes over there, he's good at making plays on the ball. Great hands. So I would love to see that, but it is hard for a corner to win that award for sure.
It definitely is hard for a corner to win that award. I mean, it has been done. Stephon Gilmore did it a few years ago, and if you get the interceptions, they will give it to you. And if you're a shutdown guy, so I definitely think it's possible. I think I know where you guys are going, but before that, Mr. Mike Patton over here is saying Micah Parsons. The only reason I would say no is because I feel that defense is kind of going down in general. So I feel like he would have to be completely and totally outstanding. But on defense, you can't be a one-man show. But he is a fantastic player, guys.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that pick of Micah Parsons, but I do agree with you. I think the defense is not going to be as good. So he's going to suffer from that as far as the votes because he's on a defense that's probably going to be below average.
Yeah, that's what I think. Otherwise, no doubt, great player. I mean, he was in the running for it last year. So if you guys want to go on 3, you can say it on 3 because I know where you're going now.
1, 2, 3.
Tris.
Aaron Donald. Okay.
Yeah. Knew that was coming, and I'm not going to argue with it for one damn second. We had in harmony last week when we all picked the Baltimore Ravens as the number 1 team to turn it around from a losing season. That was perfectly harmonic, but 1/3 out of us, had to go in a different direction just to be different, of course. That's why. Silly me. All right. Coach of the year. Nikki, Coach of the year. Who do you got over here?
This is my homer pick because, as I said, Coach of the year usually is about storylines, right? It's not always, as I said last week, it's not always the best coach on the best team, that wins. So I am going to say Brian Daboll because I've been around the team for many weeks now. I have seen this team buy in. I have seen the changes that he is affecting with the team. And there's a lot of mutual respect there. He makes it very known that he respects his players. So let's see. The Giants won 4 games last year. If he could get this team to like 9-10 wins, and they probably will, because that will be just my luck. Daniel Jones will play just well enough to get his contract extension. I could see him, definitely winning from taking this, mediocre, below subpar franchise and finally turning it around.
I'm not going to argue with it at all, and I'm definitely not going to give you shit because I do think they will improve a lot, and he will be a big reason for it. There's no doubt. And so I like that pick right there, and I'm actually rooting for it. I hope it does happen. But the one that I'm going with, again, my brother over here, the general, we are in sync. You're not crazy, bro. I got Nick Sirianni also. I keep telling you how high I am on the Eagles, man. Patton's got Nick Sirianni. I got Nick Sirianni. They were 9-8 last year. If they can get up to 12 wins this year, which I think is possible, and he's, again, a big reason for it, in his second season coming around doing this, that, the other, I like Nick Sirianni. So, again, me being high in the Eagles and him thinking that they're going to be better than the 9-8 and just squeaking into the playoffs last year, winning the NFC East, that's my pick right there, D.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely not mad at that. I'm very high on the Eagles as well, so I can see him being coach of the year. Very, very high possibility. My coach of the year, he's gonna beat your ass no matter if you have 3 toes and 1 ass cheek.
Woo,
Dan
boy.
Campbell.
I like it. He was my second. I like it.
Is going to be the coach of the year this year. Did my over/under prediction on the Detroit Lions. I got him going 8-9. So if you're better out there, over the 6.5 win mark, and I think 8-9 for Detroit after all they've been through, can get Dan Campbell coach of the year.
I heard that. I really like the breakdown. That was, I don't know how you do them graphics, man. You know, like you went by division and then, you know, with the outer games and everything, you did a really good job on that. 8-9 is possible. When we do our rankings and records, I may go a little bit higher, but I like that right there. I was thinking about Dan Campbell.
Go higher than 8 wins for
I might. It's possible. It's possible. I gotta think all this stuff out. Y'all get all right. Listen, we are going to make a bet about this. You know, if I actually do decide to put Detroit in the playoffs, we are making a bet. And if I lose, I'll hold up my end, but you got to hold up yours.
Depends what it is. I make no promises to anybody.
Okay.
This is why
fair enough.
On the
yeah, exactly right.
On the show.
Exactly. Right. It should just be like a trading from 33. Should go to 4th and 2.
I'm not like shaving my eyebrows off or anything crazy. Like it depends what it is.
I wouldn't do that too.
We wouldn't ask you to shave your eyebrows off.
No, but you'd ask me to do something
just
stupid.
Your head.
No, I would never.
What do you mean?
We would ask you to do something stupid, but not as stupid as shaving your eyebrows.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you can just like draw them back on, but no, I would never do. That's why I don't like bets, because like monetary bets are fine, but like I hate the bets where it's like, oh, drink a bottle of hot sauce, or like, I don't know, just, jump around like an idiot.
It's fun when you win those though, right? So if you win those, you see the other person do something crazy. Like I used to do a segment on my podcast right when I first started where I would bet somebody listening on a particular game. And one time the bet was to eat atomic wings from Wingstop, and I happened to lose. And I have to find that video somewhere of me eating these wings and sweat coming down my face. It was so bad. They were so hot, and I like spicy food, but they were so hot, and I was struggling. I can't remember the exact game, but we bet on the game. I had to eat those atomic hot wings. So those bets are fun.
You had to eat all of them or just one?
All of them. I did 6.
You did 6?
Yeah.
You see, no.
Brent saying your lips are blue. Back out of that.
Just a
Brent saying your lips are blue and stuff. Damn. You know what'll be probably, Nikki, but I'll make you wear like a Dak Prescott jersey throughout the show. That's what's probably going to happen. Something like that.
Yeah, I'm probably not doing that either. So.
Wow, you're hard to bargain with. You're tough. I can understand why you're successful. It's making a lot of sense to me now, no doubt. Oh man, let's finish out the category, shall we? With Rookie of the Year for NFC awards. Rookie of the Year. Last one we got NFC. Damian, take it away.
Rookie of the Year for the NFC. Just making sure my choice is correct. Going through the teams one more time.
If you want me to give mine while you Christian ponder yours, no problem.
Yes, please.
Well, we got our boy again, Mike Patton, coming in, and you must be loving this one over here. He's got Chris Olave. I'll tell you what. Yours too. Okay. Well, see. All right. So let me ask you this then. I mean, if Mike Thomas comes back and he's himself, and Jarvis Landry's involved, and Alvin Kamara is going to be the offensive MVP, then how the hell is Chris Olave going to be Rookie of the Year? Are they going to score 97 points a game?
No, you make a valid point. We do have a lot of weapons to go to this year. I think he will be like 4th as far as targets on the team behind Kamara, Thomas, and of course Landry. But even in this offense, when we do get past Happy, which I think this year could happen with the weapons, even the 4th guy can be very, very productive as far as rookies.
For sure.
So I can see him having 60 catches, 700, 800 yards, something crazy, something like that. Nothing like no historic year, but a really nice year that could put him in that conversation.
All right. Mike thinks that, Mike Thomas isn't going to be really healthy this year, and Olave may step into that 1 or 2 role. We'll see. The problem right now I have with Chris Olave is that he took my boy Marcus Colston's number 12. Me and Colston went to the same college at Hofstra. I don't like that. That pisses me off a little bit right there, but hopefully he'll do well for you guys. I'm going with the guy.
We should retire his number. We should retire Colston's number. For
yes. But I saw him wearing 12. I'm like, no, blasphemy. I'm like, you have better call my boy and ask him if that was all right. Because me and Colston like this.
Maybe he did. Yeah, maybe he did call him. But I think we have his. I don't know if we have his name in the Ring of Fame or whatever it's called.
The Ring of Fame. Honor of Fame, whatever the hell it is. Call it what we want.
We have his name there. So I wonder if he had to give him the okay to wear that jersey.
All right. I hope he didn't. That would be respectful. That'd be respectful. All right. So we're hearing a little.
I don't know why I couldn't think of Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor. Yes.
What'd you call it? Ring of Greatness? Is that what you called it?
Ring of Fame.
Ring of.
You just called it a Ring of Fame. He's spitting out. She has got no idea what the hell he's saying. No clue. We'll see.
One of my first arguments on this show, though, about how the Hall of Fame should be the Hall of Greatness. I would remember it more if it was called the Ring of Greatness instead of some Hall of Fame or whatever. It should be the Hall of Greatness and the Ring of Greatness.
Might as well. Right? Just make more money for the NFL. That's it. Oh, shoot. Nikki, who's your Rookie of the Year in the NFC?
I said Chris Olave.
Oh, I'm sorry. You did say Chris Olave. My bad. I was going to go with mine, Kenneth Walker, because I think that, obviously with Chris Carson down, and I don't know how much Rashard Perry is going to be doing his thing. Yeah, I'm going with Kenneth Walker. They got him for a reason, and we know how young running backs and even rookie backs do in this league. I think he's going to be fantastic, and they're going to have to be running the ball a lot this season. So I'm going to go with Kenneth Walker III to win the award over there. The Ring of Who Dat, Damian. That's what it should be called for the Saints. I like that.
Yeah.
That was a good one, Mike. I like that. Yeah. That's good.
So I'm not going to be a homer. I'm not going to go with Chris Olave, even though parts of me want to. I'm going to go with the rival. I'm going to go with Drake London for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's going to get a lot of targets. They're going to be behind in these games. So I can see him getting a lot of garbage time yards. So I'm going to go with Drake London.
All right. I dig it. That actually makes sense. Yeah, that the garbage time, no doubt. I don't know if they're going to take that into account or whatnot. And let's see who's going to be throwing the ball, Marcus Mariota or Desmond Ridder. But no, I dig that. That's a pretty good answer. Okay. I like it. All right, NFC awards in the books, baby, which moves us on.
We got to do our Quantum Leap player for the NFC.
And comeback.
Oh, that's right. What am I thinking? Oh, my God, I'm skipping over stuff. That's right. I totally forgot the comeback player in Quantum Leap. I got my Quantum Leap ready, but let's start with D, since you mentioned it. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. Let's hear it.
So, Quantum Leap. For Quantum Leap for the NFC will be a continuation of his Quantum Leap he was making last year before he got hurt. So you already know who it is. Jameis Winston is going to take a quantum.
He's no longer.
No longer. He hit the extra note in there.
Yes, because Jameis Quantum Leap will be that much. It will be like a record long jump. It's going to be that crazy.
You hit like that Mariah Carey note and then did that. Ooh, one more time. Seriously, Jameis Winston's the Quantum Leap. I can't. I'm off the show. I'm done.
She's out.
I can't.
Enough of this homer crap. She's had
it. You guys say that I'm not the objective one on the show. Are you freaking kidding me?
No, we know he's a homer. We know he's a homer.
Jameis already was making the leap last year and then got hurt. So I'm just continuing the Quantum Leap. So
you're saying he was like
the extra note. Yeah, hence the extra note on it because it's going even longer. That's why it's a Quantum Leap. Yes.
I'm not. I can't. I don't ever want to be called the non-objective one of the three of us on this show ever again. Because now the homer's at the top. You used to sit down here. Somehow I got shifted to the bottom, but that's okay.
Because you're such a star, we gotta give you all that space.
Oh, I need all
that's right.
You got the space.
There you go. Good save right there. Good save. Nice.
I don't know. Jameis Winston needs all this space. He's got like a 2-year Quantum Leap going on. Extra notes and shit. Like, man. Did you practice that, D? Did you know you were going for the extra?
No, I did not. Like most things we do on the show, it was on the spot.
Yes.
Well done. Well done right on the spot right there. All right. Nick, did you have yours prepared or did you have to go on the spot as well?
No. Oh, wait. I did a Quantum Leap team. I thought that's what we were doing.
We can do both. Why not? It's our show. We can do whatever the hell we want.
Well, I'm going to do a team because I don't know. I didn't think about a player. My Quantum Leap team, though, it's like kind of a cheat, but not really, because I get so pissed off that Minnesota is so bad all the time because they're so talented. And I think people forget they only won 8 games last year. So I think that they will take a collective quantum leap and win like 11, 12 games.
Oh,
okay.
11, 12.
That'll put them right in the playoffs.
Okay.
Yep, they got new head coach, new leadership. I think they're going to actually like use the talent that they have on this team properly now this year. So, yeah, I think my Quantum Leap team will be the Vikings.
Okay, all right, going with the Quantum Leap team right there, but not necessarily a player. We're going to hold off on that one. All right, yeah, I can dig it.
We'll wait.
If I had to pick a Quantum Leap team, it's definitely the Detroit Lions. They won 3 games last year, so they're definitely my Quantum Leap team. I told you guys already, I'm extremely high on them. Will it be the 8 games? You have
to go to the freaking playoffs. We know.
Yeah, they might win the freaking Super Bowl. I mean, Jared Goff, he went there once before, you know.
You guys who are listening right now, who are watching right now, you got to tune in next week just for this part, just for the Detroit Lions part of it. so we can see what the bet is. How high is Jason going to go with it? Like, this part alone is worth tuning in next week.
Yeah, no, you have to. You have to, because he's going to say something like, 13 win and give the most ridiculous reasons why. Like, it is not Stafford and Megatron out there. It is Jared Goff and who?
Amar St. Brown.
Amar St. Brown. Yeah, his name is nice, so you got to put him in. Yes.
Yeah, but that depends on how. That's going to depend on how the Lions run that offense, which is why I wouldn't draft him. Which is one of the questions I keep getting.
Oh, okay.
But then you wouldn't draft who?
Amar
St. Brown. You okay? Well, I mean, the people asking those questions should not even be asking them at all. It's a guaranteed thing. He will be drafted in every single league as long as it's not 18.
Drafted. I'm just like not really that high on him because it's really going to depend how the Lions are going to run that offense. And if it's one offense I don't trust, it's the Detroit Lions.
I smell another bet coming.
Dan Campbell, Coach of the Year.
Both of you, just. Oh my God!
I smell another bet coming. I'm feeling it.
No, we're not that
over 1,000 yards.
Clarify for everybody from last week. So this year your team is Detroit. So you're going to rescind what you said to me about the Colts, right? Because it's not the Colts for you this year. No. It's the Lions.
No, let's get back with the program over here. All right, put your thinking cap back on for a second, okay? I've always liked the Colts, so that's never a year-to-year thing. I always pick a different team every year that I think is going to do better and come at it or whatever it's going to be. Don't forget last year, my 2 foolish friends, I picked the number 1 AFC and NFC team going into the playoffs, the Packers and the Titans, and you all rolled your eyes at me like I had 5 freaking heads, or is Medusa going to tell me to stop?
We didn't roll our eyes at like.
Yes, you did. When I said Titans, you nearly jumped out of your chair. When I said Titans, you lost it. You freaked out. Right. You almost ended your own life. It was terrible to watch.
I almost did. But not the Packers. I did not roll my eyes at the Packers.
No, I understand that.
I think all 3 of us had the Packers picked as the 1 seed, or maybe somebody had Tampa Bay. But we always high on the Packers going into last year. The Titans for sure.
Yeah, the Titans. You all rolled your eyes and look. They had the most players on COVID and injury reserve, 91 players, and they still got the number 1 seed. So you know what? I know what I'm talking about, and that's why I'm here. So there you go. That's the end of that.
So freaking Bengals.
Yeah. It lost. My Quantum Leap team, like I told you, Lions, my Quantum Leap quarterback, you guys should already know what's coming.
Jared Goff.
Tua!
Oh, that's right. I forgot the Miami one, too. That's right. I forgot. He gives no credit to the defense for their 9-win streak. I can't.
Credit to the defense. Of course I do.
Close the laptop, Nikki, because
they're a team. They're a team. That's a team. And now they have a new head coach with new offensive scheme.
That most of those wins were from the offense. We went over this last week.
They won the games. It doesn't matter. And Tua came back in the 4th quarter. I'm not going to say nothing anymore. Just watch Detroit, watch Miami. Just watch my teams go at it this year and do their thing. So I'm adopting Miami this year in the AFC, and I'm adopting Detroit in the NFC. I'm a 49er fan. That's the end of that story. And the Colts are always going to be my AFC team.
Okay.
That's it.
I am adopting the Colts, and I am adopting the Vikings.
Okay, so now the Rams are what, like the redheaded stepchild?
No, the Rams and the Bengals always stay. No, they're not out of the house. They always stay. And the Giants are always, number one.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, that's the way it
I'm
should
just
be. And
hearing more reasons for Cincinnati fans not to like you. That's all I'm hearing.
Cincinnati fans should freaking love me.
So it's coming through.
Now, because you were very high on them, but I thought they were number two. I thought they would have. I thought they were the side boo. I thought that Cincinnati was the side boo. But you're saying that the Rams were the number one side boo. If I'm Cincinnati, I'm like, how am the number? I'm already 2 behind the Giants. Yeah. But now I'm the side boo to the Rams.
Yeah.
And if Cincinnati won that Super Bowl, that the Rams would be the side boo, and it'd be all about the Bengals. So you see, that's what you just runners see here. Mike asking me
because they give me such great fantasy seasons, so it's tough.
Yeah,
it's really Stafford. It's really Matt Stafford. So.
Yes, it's Matt Stafford and his 17 league leading interceptions. Let him try that again. It's not going to work out this year. 2 times in a row, it ain't going to happen.
Super Bowl. Okay, you won a Super Bowl. He's another fantastic fantasy quarterback. He's one of the best arms in the friggin' league. Are you gonna crap all over Matt Stafford now?
Well, he's such a good arm that he's able to throw it to the other team. Yes, that's how good his arm is. He's able to get it all the way to the other team.
So is Jameis Winston, but I don't see you giving the Homer a hard time over here.
Because I've never even thought that Jameis all the time. Yeah, you see, because he didn't even do anything to you. He did nothing to you. You got to bring Jameis.
That's why I came in with the shotgun across the bottom of my screen today. Because I had to.
You started it. You came in hot with that stupid ass little saying at the bottom, your username there. Yeah.
What's Brent saying to me now? Guys, can you hear me okay? Because he's saying that I must be on a landline or something like that. Am I fading in and out?
We haven't heard the phone ring yet.
Okay.
By the way,
okay.
That meme that oh my gosh, who made
that? Was hysterical. Willie did that. That was real. That was great. That was really funny that he did that. I can't pull that stuff off. That was amazing. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh man, where are we? At comeback player now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Nikki, you want to go first?
Sure. Saquon Barkley.
All right. Yeah, I dig it.
I'm not mad at that. We're not mad at that Homer pick. It's legit.
You shouldn't be, because I rarely take the Homer picks. You guys know that. How many times I picked the Giants to lose last year? I think every single game except one. No, but did you guys hear what he said yesterday? He is fired up. He said, I am effing tired of people, counting me out. He feels like an underdog. He is fired up. I know how that feels. I get counted out on this show every week. That's okay. Come back better and stronger. I feel you, Saquon. I feel you.
We're nothing without you, Nikki. We're nothing without you. And yeah, if the Giants want to be something this year, they're going to need Saquon. So I hope he's at least in the running for that. That'd be pretty great. Let's see what Mikey's got to say.
Don't start with the Eli argument. I mean, I'm just not ready.
Oh, yep. And Nikki's already getting enough stress. I see gray hairs popping out over here. We don't need that.
Good thing my hair appointment is tomorrow.
There you go. Woman knows how to take care of herself. Nikki, I thought with my comeback player, believe it or not, I contemplated Daniel Jones because of Brian Daboll. I really did. I'm not kidding. No, I swear to God. I think he's going to have a better year. I really do.
Daniel Jones, comeback player of the year. Detroit in the playoffs, and Miami's what was Miami? The Quantum Leap
team. Yeah, Quantum Leap team.
Tua.
Two is my Quantum Leap quarterback. Detroit's my Quantum Leap team. You guys, listen. I didn't make up the name Sports Prophet and say, oh, you know what? That sounds really cool. I'm going to call myself the Sports Prophet. Given to me by multiple people after making consistently great bets and making my friends money. I became the Sports Prophet, and that's the way it's going to be. End of story. That's it. But Daniel Jones is not my comeback player of the year. It's not Cam Akers either, even though I thought about it. I'm worried about him getting injured too much. But I'm really worried about this guy getting injured again for a 3rd year in a row. But I have to do it because I got to think he's been hitting the gym like crazy in nutrition and all this sort of stuff. Christian McCaffrey, comeback player of the year in the NFC. It's time to see it. You're still young. You got a few years left to make it happen. If he's going to do it just like Saquon Barkley, same kind of thing, do it now. So there's not many other guys in there. Yeah, Jameis Winston is in there for sure. Is he going to put up those huge stats? I don't know. Is Cam Akers going to be healthy all year? I don't know. So ultimately, yeah, I had to go with Christian McCaffrey. He's still got a whole lot of talent, just like Saquon. So we'll see. We shall see.
Yeah, no, he's definitely capable if he's healthy. We've seen him have these crazy seasons.
And
I can see Baker Mayfield depend on him a lot. So I can definitely see that for sure.
Without a doubt.
I'm going to go with can't guard Mike.
Woo,
Michael
baby,
Thomas.
You was Homer.
Comeback player of the year.
This is like the most ridiculous segment I've ever heard in my freaking life. Like, I am beside myself.
If I would have known it was going to go like this, I would have said 3rd and 3 podcast Homer edition. That's exactly what I would have said.
Yeah, really. Actually, name the episode that. I don't know what you named it, but
I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename the whole thing Damian's Homer edition. That is it.
This is just like ridiculous. I mean, okay. Go on.
You
please.
really
Let me present the evidence.
Yeah, please.
I want you to present me with the 4-day Lee on your arm. You need to get that tattooed on your face like Tyson before that. I mean, for real, you are Saint City, my friend.
And there's a good reason why. Because the last time we saw Michael Thomas healthy, he broke the record for receptions in a season.
No, the last time we saw him healthy, he broke his knee. I keep trying to correct you on that. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
You're good. And even Cooper Kupp had an amazing year last year, played 17 games, and couldn't break the record that Michael Thomas had in a 16-game season. Right? That shows you what level this man was on. Okay. So we're not expecting that. Not 149 catches, 110, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. That sounds like a comeback player year to me. So Michael Thomas can't guard Mike. That's another screaming thing you got to get used to. I'm gonna scream that out when he's having these amazing seasons or amazing games going forward. Oh Michael Thomas, comeback player of the year.
Okay.
I can't.
Jameis Winston, quantum leaping, Michael Thomas, freaking comeback player of the year, Alvin Kamara, offensive player of the year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
What else? What else are we going to
do? Yeah, I know. This is a complete shit show.
Yeah, the only thing you didn't do was Chris Olave, rookie of the year. That's it. But yeah, maybe we're on. Mike Patton.
He wanted to, but me and Mike had his back, so he was like half in on that. He really wanted to.
Yep. He's like, you know what? I can't be too homerish over here. Freaking Homer Simpson. Unbelievable. Yep. This was the gumbo special, as Mike just called it, without a doubt.
I mean,
gumbo special. Love it.
Is gumbo any good? I feel like it looks good. Is it any good?
Yes,
gumbo is delicious. Yes, gumbo is delicious. So when you make that trip to New Orleans, you're gonna meet me and my wife there. We're gonna get you some gumbo for sure.
Okay. What is it? Yeah, I want everything. Yeah.
That sounds good. Yes,
like,
bring on the gumbo, baby.
Like my grandpa makes the best gumbo in Louisiana, so we're gonna get you some home
for dinner.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get you some home cooked gumbo.
Yes, I'm excited.
This reminds me of Forrest Gump. He's like gumbo shrimp, shrimp gumbo, shrimp stew, shrimp scampi, shrimp salad. I love that movie. Nikki, you probably never saw it.
No.
Forrest Gump. All right, okay. Everybody on the planet has seen that, including 3-month-old babies.
To be fair, it is on Bravo a lot. So actually, I will say, pieced together, I probably have seen the whole thing. Have I seen it in all one sitting? No.
See, that's the problem. Do you have ADD, like blowing out of your eardrums? Like, is that like, why can't you just sit through one thing for just more than 15 minutes?
No, I can barely sit still through this show.
Guys, I want everybody to know that she has got Velcro taped to the bottom of her seat, so she cannot move until the show is over. That is the reason why. I love it. Nikki, you got some fantasy questions thrown at you?
Yeah, I did. I had some fantasy questions thrown at me. A lot of it was about rookies. So I'm going to give you guys these are like my under the radar rookies. Again, like I keep saying, and I said last night on Giants Rush, these are not going to be your guys that you start week 1, 2, 3, 4, but you're going to want them like week 7, 8, 9, 10, right? And then they're going to start kind of making some noise. So let me see. We already talked about Wan'Dale Robinson. I hit that in the beginning of the show. You guys know that I'm really high on Alec Pierce, who, by the way, I love how we talk about stuff on the show, and the next day these people are trending. Like Matt Ryan's trending, Alec Pierce is trending. Everybody's talking about it. I actually tweeted at Pro Football Phil. I was like, I've talked about this for like 5 weeks now. So thank you for like jumping on my train.
Of course. They got to write. They get going places. They have to. Oh, and by the way, Nikki, before you do this, I hope you saw that I put up, who do you want as your fantasy quarterback? Tua, or Matt Ryan. There's not one person that said Matt Ryan. I hope that you saw that. That was so important.
I didn't see it, and that's the wrong answer. And good. Don't draft him. Don't take
wrong
him.
Answer.
The wrong answer.
I don't know if either will get drafted, but it would have taken two. Anyway, go ahead. What's
Okay,
his fantasy stuff?
Yes. So Alec Pierce, Calvin Austin, right? I know he's in the boot, but he says he's just waiting on Mike Tomlin to give him the okay. Jalen Tolbert or John Dotson, to me, they're kind of the same, but I think Tolbert is just going to be on a little bit of a better offense with Cowboys. So, but I think you can go either way there. And then I really like Isaiah Likely. I know he is a tight end, but Mark Andrews is not going to be there. And I am sure the Ravens are they're going to run that 2 tight end set. So I think he is going to give your team tremendous value if you could get him. So what do you guys think about that?
Do you want to kick it off? Because I like a lot of things.
Yeah. Nah, you're the fantasy queen for a reason. You definitely broke this down, and I agree with pretty much everything you said. Like, I'm always, when it comes to rookies, like if you don't need to take one, it's not one that you normally would take. Just like this guy's gonna blow up. You can't expect every rookie to be Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson for sure.
Right.
So for me, I would still go veteran guys, but if you have one of those late picks that you're just kind of throwing a whiff out there on, this one I would go to the rookies.
Yeah, man. Look, I would take James Cook. I would take Pierce. I'm talking like even 11th or 12th round because, like Nikki said, you're going to be using these guys. There has never been an NFL season where all 32 NFL running back starters were the starters even at week 8. I mean, pretty much half of them go down. So that's why it's so important. We were talking about like our fantasy blowout show to have, if you're going to have Ezekiel Elliott, you want to have Tony Pollard. I mean, you want to have not just the backups, but especially the young running backs. There's no doubt. But I like that you mentioned Isaiah Likely's name. He's a guy I've been thinking about because Baltimore does like to run those 2 tight end sets, and that'll free up Mark Andrews even more, give Lamar Jackson another guy to throw to as they work off the play action game. So I think that's a really good name right there. And again, yes, take these guys, especially the young running backs, the rookie running backs. I don't care if they're third string right now on the team. I promise you they're going to play this year. I can almost guarantee it. Even like a guy like Jamal Williams, Nikki, who was second string to DeAndre Swift on Detroit. And again, I know I'm going to Detroit, but he's going to do great things also. These are 2 guys you can draft both of them. So yeah, get these young guys. Get them. I totally agree. It's well done.
Yep, got a lot of those questions. Another question I got was, who's like a non-rookie that I really like? And I really, really like Devonta Smith. We all think the Eagles are going to have a good year. I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to take a step back. And he also had 21% of the targets in a run-heavy offense. And that was the most in the league. So it's only going to go up from there. So if you can get Devonta Smith, go ahead and get him too.
I like that. He's got a nose for the end zone. Yeah, going into his, second year now only? Is it second year? Yeah, I mean, that's great. Yeah, young kid. I'll go with somebody who's been in the league a little bit more, and he was the one who started this whole wide receiver contract nonsense. And Christian Kirk is going to be the number 1 wide receiver in Jacksonville. So if you want to get some points for a team who's probably going to be playing from behind, not every game because they will be better. Their defense has gotten better. We talked about it. But, yeah, they're going to be in some shootouts. And Trevor Lawrence is the AFC quantum leap from my man D over there. So why not? Christian Kirk, he's going to have to ball out. I think that he's a guy that you want to draft maybe 9th round, 10th round, if you can wait that long to get him, and he will probably be starting in a flex spot for you. So that's a guy off the top of my head I would go with. Okay,
yeah, I like that pick. For someone kind of off the radar, I would go with David Montgomery. David Montgomery is somebody who's going to slide under the radar because he's on a bad team. But that team is going to be very dependent on him to create any type of offense. So he's going to get a lot of opportunities. So you thinking 15 to 20 carries along with 5 to 7 catches. I can see David Montgomery doing that this year.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. So those were most of my questions. And of course, I get questions about Matt Ryan all the time. Listen, I am the president of the Matt Ryan fan club. But I do think that you don't have to reach for a quarterback, right? Because you can, all jokes aside, he is a great fantasy quarterback. You can get somebody like a Matt Ryan and still, really, really make an impact on your team. So don't reach for a quarterback. I got a lot of questions about that too. Should I reach, like, if somebody's there? Should I reach for Nick Chubb? Should I reach for Saquon Barkley? Look, I think that if you know the guy ahead of you might take him and you want him, maybe, but I'm just not a fan of reaching. But I do get, sometimes you get that panic pick because you feel like your guy's not going to be there, or you got that shitty pick at like 8th, 9th. So I do get it, but please do not reach for a quarterback. It is not necessary.
Yeah, especially if you're in a 12-team league where we talked about you want to stack up on the wide receivers and running backs. Don't get a quarterback early because, again, you could get Derek Carr in the 10th round, and he's going to put up almost the same amount of points that Patrick Mahomes did, who was the first quarterback usually coming off the board, and people are reaching for that. And, yeah, that's just going to screw up the rest of the meat of your lineup. It's just, again, one position where you're going to take a fall for everywhere else, D. So I'm with her.
Yeah, for sure. I agree 100%.
No doubt.
All right. Good questions, guys. Of course. Keep them coming.
Keep them coming always. We love fantasy football. We're all in like 13 different leagues, and now Nikki has to be in like 150 because of what she's doing, because she's just going to –
yeah, I have to do it in front of the whole world. So, I mean, country or whoever. Yeah, no, whole world.
I can't wait to watch this. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to be like a proud older brother. Like, look at my sister. Look what she's doing on TV. I'm so proud of her.
As long as you vote for me and Gladys as fan favorites every week. That's all I care about.
It's not even a question about it. Not even a question. Obviously, girl, you got the knowledge, so let's do knowledge with Nikki. It is tricky. Nikki gets us here to do it. We don't know what the hell she's got in store for us today, but Jay goes first. D goes second. Nikki, what do we got today?
Oh, you guys are in luck. Today is National Maryland Day.
National Maryland Day?
Maryland Day.
State of Maryland?
As in the state of Maryland, yes.
Oh, my Lord. D is just cracking up already because he knows we're totally screwed. But here we go. Let's get our education on.
The only thing I know about Maryland is The Wire. Like, I don't.
Well, you're going to learn more in the next few minutes, as long as we do not go off the rails this time.
This is why I write it down. It's my education. And then play it off the next day like I know this stuff.
Goes back, reads his notebook at night. Oh, you know That's what? Right. 3 years ago, we found out there was 15 million different apples. Like, there's 10,000 different watermelons.
I had a dream the other night that there was green dye poured into the Chicago River, and I was stuck in it waiting for a lifeboat to save me because of that trivia question you had one time. So, yep.
Oh, the Green River. Yeah, the St. Patrick's Day. That's right.
Yes, exactly. See? Nightmares. You're in my head, girl. You're in my head. Get out.
Just getting into your brains. Okay, you ready for Maryland trivia?
Sure am.
All right, let's do it. All right, Jay, number one. How many pounds of seafood are harvested from the Chesapeake Bay every year?
It's got to be an insane amount. They're all about seafood over there. My God. I remember when I went there, I went to a Baltimore Orioles game. Holy shit. How many pounds a year?
Yeah.
35 million?
No. D?
I'm going to say 100 million.
500 million pounds.
Oh, holy Moses, my God.
Dang, that's crazy.
I know.
People are getting seasick, man.
Okay, number two. In 2004, Maryland names an official state sport. What was that sport?
Lacrosse.
Yes, lacrosse.
No doubt.
I don't know why I knew that too.
You guys knew, you both knew that?
They're just affiliated with lacrosse.
Do you know what it was before that? Do you know what it was before that?
No.
Maryland state sport?
Yeah.
I don't, but I guess I would say it's that stupid like old white man's game, like cricket. Not cricket. What's that shit where you hit the polo or mom's saying tennis? Maybe tennis. I don't know.
That is stupid white man's.
Yeah, like rich club, like you knock the ball between the little.
Oh, croquet.
Croquet. Thank you.
Oh. No, jousting was the.
Really?
Wow,
that's cool. I would have got down for that, or knock some motherfuckers off the joust. That would be fun.
So, when you went to their medieval times, it was like real stuff. There was like, it wasn't just a show.
It's like real. Yeah, they take it very seriously. Apparently, the jousting. I read all about it. Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Like a real thing.
Right.
Okay, number 3. The National Aquarium in Baltimore holds how many gallons of water?
500,000.
No. D?
5 million.
2.2 million.
Man, gosh.
I felt like I overshot it.
Okay.
We always end up, you're on the extreme or I'm on the extreme one way or the other. It always happens.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, Mom, you had it right. Just
Wow.
one to the house, one to the audience. There we go.
Yep.
Yes.
On to Mom. She's always on the list. All right.
All right, here we go. Number 4. In 2006, the Ravens played Tampa Bay in week 1. Chris McAllister intercepted Chris Sims' pass and returned it for a touchdown. How long was that return?
Oh.
101 yards.
No. D?
89.
61.
Oh.
61. 2006. Well, you brought back a name I haven't said in a long time. Chris McAllister.
I brought back an actual sport trivia too.
You did. I got no problem with that. All right.
Very long time. All right. D, here we go.
All right.
The Maryland Gazette is the oldest published newspaper in the United States. In what year was the Maryland Gazette founded?
1834.
No. Jay?
It's a good guess. I'm going to go with 1798.
1727.
Ooh,
Wow.
older than I thought. Damn. We weren't even a country yet then, and they came out with this shit. Okay.
This is they want to be first. Extra, extra. Read all about it.
Right. There you go.
Number 2. In what year was the blue crab named the Maryland State Crustacean?
I'm going to say 1982.
Jay?
62.
I mean, D, I'll give it to you. You got in the 80s at least. It was 1989.
All right. You got the decade right.
You got the decade right. I feel like that's super hard. Like, it could have been like, 1700 or something.
Could have been anything when it comes to you. No idea. Me and Ma were on the same page for a minute.
Yeah. All right. Number 3. What % chance is there that there will be a white Christmas in Maryland on any given year?
Wow.
I'm going to say 40%.
Jay?
12%.
Shut up. 12%.
Really? Holy shit.
12%.
Wow. I knew it was going to be really low, but I mean, that was just obviously a pure guess. Holy crap.
Okay. D's like, what the fuck?
He's like, oh. Just screwed up my victory over here.
Yeah, really. 12% on the nose. Okay, here we go. Number 4. Who set a Ravens record by rushing for 227 yards in a single game in 1998?
In 1998?
You better get this, D. I know the answer.
Ooh.
I think I know the answer.
I thought I knew the answer until she said the year. 1998. Yeah, I don't know
Like,
who the Ravens
was I
running back.
born yet? See, I don't remember. I was like,
Yeah, Pop. Wow, I know. I don't know how I got that. Lucky. I think I know this.
Yeah, I don't think he was there yet, the one I'm thinking of, who I thought had the record for sure. So I have no idea who the Ravens running back was. I have to pass.
Dude, I think you have it right, bro. Isn't it Jamal Lewis?
No.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah, it's like I said, because he wasn't there yet.
Oh, I could have sworn that he was there in '98. Oh, wow.
One more shot? Anybody want one more shot? Now that you know it's not.
Was it Priest Holmes? No.
Priest Holmes. Yes, it was.
Wow.
Yes, it was.
I should have thought a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
Priest Holmes.
Yep.
I remember he went over there and balled out. Son of a bitch. All right.
Yep.
Leroy Horde, the big man. He probably hasn't run that long in his entire
but
life.
let's just do the tiebreaker for fun, because in what year did Jamal Lewis rush for 2,000 yards?
What do you mean tiebreaker? I already won, but we can do this.
I know, but we never do sports trivia, so let's just say.
D, I think it was 2000, right?
I think it was 2003.
2003.
Nice, D. All right, excellent. Now we can call it an official tie. Now
I'm out of tiebreaker. Now I'm out of questions.
Well done. Well done. All right, good stuff.
Oh, you killed it for Maryland trivia. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was.
Not bad, right? What state's going to be next week?
Well, I don't know, but you guys didn't do very well on the Jersey trivia, so.
Oh, man. Well, that was fun. Excellent job, Nikki. Always coming up with crazy questions, and we love it. And we always get smarter because of you. So God bless you. Beautiful thing.
Thank you.
All right. We got one more segment to go. We're going to end it out. And we usually do this a lot earlier, but we had some fun stuff we wanted to get to earlier in the show. But it's time for Mount Playa. So we're going with the teams that had a winning record in 2021 that will either have a losing record or definitely take a major step back. And this could be from the AFC or NFC, any team that we want. And we're going to start with whoever Nikki says.
I'll start. It's fine. I'll go first.
All right. She's a team player, guys.
No. All right. I'm not being a hater, but I do think the Cowboys will take a step back this year. And I know D agrees with me because he was very measured in his approach when he was doing real deal bets and talking about their record. So I do think that yes, I do think the Cowboys will take a step back. Defense is not going to be as good, a little questionable on offense, and I really just don't trust Mike McCarthy.
Look, I'm just going to jump ahead and I'm going to go with you. Cowboys are on my list exactly right there. Look, they were 12-5 last year, and I'm still racking my head around having only lost 5 games. And then I remember that they played in the NFC East, no offense, but they weren't that good last year. And I think they definitely take a step back. How many wins they're going to get? They still might end up with a winning record, maybe 9-8, but step back and no playoffs for me. So I'm with you, Nikki, on the Cowboys at number 4.
Yeah, make it a trifecta. Like Nikki said, she's talking about real deal bets videos. I went 8-9 on them this year. She said it all. The defense, they depended way too much on turnovers last year. There's no way you're going to duplicate that for another year, which is going to expose that defense. The offense has less weapons. I just don't see a path for them to be as good as they were last year.
Totally agree. 100%. Number 3, I'm going to start out because you guys, if I go third, then the show may never end. The Bengals. I'm sorry. They were 10-7 last year. Look,
come on.
They're going to take
bullshit.
No, they're going to take a very significant step back. Look, the Ravens are going to be healthier. Pittsburgh, in my mind, is better. Cleveland's always a tough matchup for Cincinnati. And Cincinnati they finished in first place, so they have one of the toughest records in the NFL this year. They're going to have problems. They know what they can do now. I'm talking about other teams know what Cincinnati is all about. They are young. I like Burrow and Chase and Mixon. I'm a fan. They did address their offensive line, not with the greatest players in the world. Look, just because they address their offensive line doesn't mean they have fantastic players there where Joe Burrow's not going to get sacked 50 freaking times. So with the Bengals, again, I thought they caught lightning in a bottle last year. I'm not saying they're a bad team, but I definitely think they take a step back, and we will see it early in the season. So that's my number 3. I know you hate it, Nikki, but I had to go there.
I hate it. It's ridiculous. So you think Cleveland's going to be better than?
I didn't say that. Cleveland was 7-10 last year? They were shit.
I'm just asking you. Do you think that Cleveland will be better than Cincinnati?
No, we haven't done our official rankings yet, but no, I can tell you right now that I think Cincinnati will be better than Cleveland.
The Bengals are not going to take a step back. They needed to address the offensive line, and that's exactly what they did.
What if there's a brick wall in front of them?
The Bengals and the Ravens. No.
They're going to take a step back, just like Detroit's going to take a step. They're going to take a step back, Nikki. I'm telling you right now. I'm sorry, little bang gal that you are, but it's not going to happen.
Yes, I also disagree with you, Jay. I don't think they take a step back. Have them actually winning more games this year, but I have them second in division, but I have them winning more games this year. So I have to disagree with that. But my number 3 for taking a step back this year, man, I gotta go with the Patriots. The Patriots last year went 10-7, and this year we don't know who's going to be calling the plays. Is it going to be Mr. Pencil and laminated card? Is it going to be the guy who had people having duct tape and tennis balls to their hands at practice? We don't know who. We don't know who's going to be the guy calling plays. But either way, it doesn't look too good. And then the defense taking a step back. I gotta go Patriots. I can see them 7-10 or worse.
I like it. That was what, your number 3?
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I do
too, because they are also my number 3. I am right there with you.
You're number 3?
Yeah, like, for me, it's like, okay, will Bill Belichick have them like, ready to go on game day? Yes, but the roster is just so like blah to me. Yeah, it's just so like underwhelming. I feel like they didn't do much, right? And Mac Jones, like, they weren't really pushing the ball or anything last year. So, and like Dee said, you got Matt Patricia or Joe Judge calling the play. I just don't love it for them. I really don't. I don't love this roster. So they're my number 3.
Well, we can all agree on that. Look, we don't care about orders over here. They're not my number 3. They're not my number 2. They're my number 1. The Patriots are going to take the biggest step back as far as I'm concerned for all the reasons you guys mentioned. They're going to be running the ball a hell of a lot. Teams are going to know that's happening. Mac Jones is not some sort of guy who's going to change the game around for you. Their defense is not going to be great. They've lost some players. I know they gained some other players in different areas, and it's still Bill Belichick. But you're right. Who's calling the plays? Do they have enough offense to keep it up in this league? No, I think Miami's going to give him problems. Buffalo's going to definitely give him problems. So the Patriots are my number 1. So I'll just get that out of the way because I totally agree with you guys. So let's hop on to number 2.
Number 2, the Arizona Cardinals.
I'm so with you again, man.
Last year went 11-6, but we know what happened. Most of that was in the first half of the season when they were just going, striving, doing everything well. Kyler Murray was an MVP candidate, and then it all fell off. This year, they start without without having DeAndre Hopkins for the first 6 games. And then also, you come back from that, and the schedule just does not let up. The AFC West, I can see 4 losses there for the Arizona Cardinals. This team won't be as good. They're going to get exposed for having a mediocre coach. So I'm going 6-11 for the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh boy, that's a big drop off right there. I love it. That's the opposite of what they had last year. They were 11-6. Like Dee said, most of those games were front loaded. They're my number 2 also. I'll just jump right in there for all the reasons he said. San Francisco and the Rams are much better than them in my opinion. Like he said, no D-Hop for the first 6 weeks. I don't know how they're going to. I really don't know how they're going to win games. Now, again, Chandler Jones. You guys think he's better than what I think at the ripe old age of 32? He's gone. Who's rushing the passer? Who's catching footballs? Chase Edmonds is gone. He was probably their best player besides Kyle Murray and DeAndre Hopkins last year. So, yeah, they're a mess. I agree with him at number 2. What do you think, Nick?
My number 2, I have Kansas City. So I just want to be clear. I'm not saying they're not going to, be on the outside looking in or not make the playoffs. I just mean it in the sense of like, I think the Kansas City that we have been used to seeing for the past couple of years is going to look a little different. I will maintain that losing Tyreek Hill, like I said, I do think he did bail out Mahomes more than people want to admit, but I think this team's going to go through some growing pains. It's going to take them a little bit longer to kind of gel and get used to each other. So I'm not saying they're going to have 7 wins, but I think it's just they're going to look a little bit different than what we're used to.
Well, and you know what? That might be all right for them to jump in over here because they started out last year kind of shitty. They were 3-4, then 3-5 for a minute until they really started getting this stuff together. That was with Tyreek Hill. So yeah, bring in Marcus Valdez-Scantling and Juju Smith-Schuster, and hopefully they get more from the running game. Yeah, we'll see. But Kansas City, I can understand, especially based on that division. So I do get it. I get it. So that's your 2s. I already did my 1. So D, you're on your 1.
Number 1, I am going with for this team. It's a big drop off for this team. It won't be record wise, but it'll be a big drop off position wise. Last year, this team was number 1 seed in the AFC, the Tennessee Titans.
That's my number 1 too. Go ahead, go. It's my number 1 too. Yeah.
This year, I can see them going from number 1 seed to missing the playoffs this season. We all had the coach winning that division for a reason, and then you look at the AFC West, the AFC North. It's going to be very hard for the Titans to get in as a wild card. And we all know about losing. You lose your best wide receiver for nothing. Like I honestly, I don't understand why you just don't pay AJ Brown. but you lose him. They have, depending on a lot of young players on the receiver core. So now teams are going to be even more focused on stopping Derrick Henry. It's going to be even harder for him. And we all know about the wear and tear that he's went through the last couple of years. And that defense has never just gotten better than okay. They got a good pass rush. We all saw what they did against Cincinnati in the playoffs, but they just still haven't gotten past that level of this defense can win us games if the running game isn't working, right? Like when if you got to depend on Tannehill, and I'll let Nikki take it away on Ryan Tannehill.
That's my main reason, Ryan Tannehill. Like, again, but it goes back to what you're saying. So how much are they just going to run Derrick Henry into the ground? You're just going to keep there you go. Here you go. Watch the magic happen, as I always say. Again, I know they have, Willis over there, but like everybody calm down. I don't know that he's going to jump in and be like your week 3 starter. I know he's having a great camp, but it's camp. So we'll see. But I just think Ryan Tannehill is just, he holds his offense back, and they'll probably roll with him a little bit longer than they should. There's no way they're the 1 seed again. There is no freaking way. I don't even see how this is possible for them.
I'm just going to say that they're such a well-coached team, much like, we've been talking about the Patriots taking a step back, and I'm all about that. I totally understand. But there's something about Tennessee, and we talked a lot about this. I was doing with Mike Patton and Paris Sharkey and C. Lou. We were all on Monday, and we were talking about the AFC South in particular. And we all still think that Tennessee is going to be at least a decent team. Again, Treylon Burks, we'll see what he can do. They brought in Robert Woods. Obviously, we know that they're going to be running more. They're going to be trying to throw to Austin Hooper, who kind of like fell off the planet of the NFL Earth for the last couple of years, but they're seeing if he can come back. And their defense is still pretty damn good. Jeffrey Simmons is one of the best defensive linemen, D tackles in the entire league. He's got Bud Dupree behind him. Caleb Farley's getting healthier this year. They still got Kevin Byard. So by the defense alone, I'm not going to say that they take such a huge drop off. I think that they're still a good team. They're not a great team. They're not number 1 seed. I totally agree with you guys. And I'm not even saying they're a playoff team right now, but I still think they could win 9 or 10 games this year. And yeah, they won't be the number 1 seed. I agree, but they still have a really good team. And yes, they lost A.J. Brown, and Derrick Henry's a year older, and nobody believes in Ryan Tannehill anymore. But in a weird way, if week 6 comes around and they're 3-3 and Tannehill ain't playing great, Malik Willis might be that spark that they actually need to revive and revamp that team and get them going again. So I'm not as low on Tennessee as you guys, but I totally understand the reasoning. So I think it's well done. And you both had them at number 1, and you're both pretty good. So I'll give you credit for that. You know what you're freaking talking about. And I'm glad that we got to talk tonight, NFL action. I thought this was going to be a much shorter show, but hey, when it's on, it's on. We keep going. That's the way we do it. Nikki, I don't know how much more you can promote yourself, but go ahead and do it. Let them know right now. What is the number 1, 2, 3 thing on your list? Let the people know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So Friday we'll be back at Giants training camp for JSN. And then again on Tuesday, the 30th. I am not on Giants Rushes Tuesday. Well, I don't know. We're right now we're every other Tuesday, but it may turn into a weekly thing. We'll see. But every other Tuesday, Giants Rush at 8:00. Of course, on the 30th, we will be filming For the Trenches, the live draft. So you guys will be able to catch that episode on Thursday. And then, of course, September 11th starts Channel Side Bets. It is the fantasy show. So it'll be 11:30 to 12:30 every Sunday for football season. And I absolutely have to post a schedule because I can't even keep up with it half the time. So I have to do that. But yes, a lot of good things coming. But the most immediate one is Giants training camp on Friday.
No doubt. You got some great things. I'm so happy, proud of you. I don't even have the words really. I'm completely delighted. I love it. I love it. Look at this. She gets herself on screen. She talks some sports, and then bam, she's a freaking star overnight. Unbelievable.
No, I'm not a star, and it certainly hasn't been overnight.
Well, yeah, maybe not overnight, but pretty quick for you. And that's because you know what the hell you're doing, and you do it with style and grace. It's a beautiful thing. And I can say the same thing for my man over there sitting to the left or right of me, depending on where you're looking right now. Damian, you're a staple of everything, bro. I don't know what I'd do without you, man. You do some unbelievable things. I'm loving the Real Deal Bets every single day, coming out with a new team or sometimes 2 of them. It's hard to keep up, but I watch every one of them, man. I love what you're doing.
I really appreciate that, man. I'm always just trying to find new ways to create content. So please follow me at The Real Deal WDA on all social media platforms. That's where you'll get the real deal bets. You'll get some random reactions to different things. I did my NBA superstars today. So you'll just get some random videos along with real deal bets. And of course, real deal bets right now, I know most people don't bet over unders as far as making that bet because it takes all year to get, but we'll definitely be doing very, very soon bets for every week as far as football. Then once basketball comes around, also some boxing matches as well. So if you want to make some money, go ahead and follow me at The Real Deal WDA and get those real deal bets. My podcast is The Real Deal with Damian Adams. That's once a week, usually on Sunday nights or Monday mornings is when that comes out. I need you guys to send some good feelings my way, some luck my way. I had an audition tape I did for a boxing podcast. So hopefully I get that job. Just send the good luck my way. And I haven't heard anything yet. I should hear something later this week about that.
Oh,
that's fantastic.
All the vibes. I'm sending all the positive, wishing success vibes to you. Who are you up against? Are these people listening? Because if you don't hire him, you're stupid.
I don't even care who the competition is. My man, you got the job. That is it.
No.
I love it. Hey, good luck. Not that you need it, but good luck on that anyway. I love it. Yeah, I got a little something up my short sleeve over here with another podcast, which actually is going to decide to send me like checks every week. So that'll be a lot of fun, but I don't want to give too much away. We'll see if it does happen. I got to keep my fingers crossed as well. But the Power 32 podcast, man, we're going to have a lot of stuff going on. Like every week, we're going to kind of copy a little bit off of D. You know, we'll have the recap of the week. I'm always going to do the 49ers recap. We're going to pick the games, but also have like a knockout pool, which I think that we may do on 3rd and 3. We'll talk about it, but every week I'm going to have a team like a knockout pool, and hopefully that wins, and I can keep going on through the entire season. I'll do my 3-team parlay, you know, best bets of the week, and yeah, really just talk about the upcoming week. So that's Power 32 podcast, and that can be on randomly all the time. There is no set time for that schedule, but you will always find us here Wednesday night, 7:00 Eastern time, 3rd and 3 podcast, talking NFL football all year long. We love when you guys come in and bring your opinions, your comments, your questions. It's great. You're part of the family. We need you. Can't do it without you. And we love you for it. This show is it's family. It's therapy. It's sports. It's everything. And when it ends, it's annoying because then you got to wake up and go to work the next day. But at least I can listen to it on my ride in. So again, guys, thank you for being with me. As always, I could not do it without you guys. 3rd and 3 podcast, going strong forever long. And we'll be back next time. Let's get you out of here with a little bit of this action. Enjoy.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Give me a second, I'm trying to select the appropriate weapon. Watch where you stepping, them snakes all around, you know they connected. When I was a kid, my grandmama told me I can't go to heaven, so I stopped praying and asking for blessings and started preparing for my Armageddon. Got nothing to lose, I'm all in. Walking the edge, don't fall in. Enough of the lies, don't apologize, I don't understand, are you foreign? This is the place, this is the site. Grab all your people and log in. I'm waiting, don't care how long it's gonna take.